Thanks for the question. Great question. Got Matt on camera.
Hello.
Stance width. Does it affect low point?
Ooh.
Is the question. Yeah, it can do. It can not as well, but
yeah.
Let's think about this. So I got a ball on a tee, and I've got the ball opposite my left heel at the minute, my lead heel.
Yeah.
And I'm standing this wide, so the centre of me is basically in line with the head.
Yeah.
I'm now standing this wide, ball position's exactly the same, but the centre of me is here, meaning good chance, unless I shift, low point's going to be around here. So stance width can influence low point, but it could equally not. Like I could get the same low point with that width, I could get the same stance width with that width and that width, because remember there's a dynamic movement. As I'm swinging, I am shifting, twisting, turning, which is moving centres of where, you know, from where they started.
So I'm guessing this guy is struggling with strike asking this question.
He doesn't say that. He's just saying thanks for the, you know, answering our questions. But I reckon he is playing with strike.
I always find that when I want to strike a ball better, I try and stay more centred. Whether I've got a wider stance or a narrow one, I'm trying not to move my low point all the way over here to all the way over here. Like I want, like a sniper to be poof, 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 sniping.
So you're just literally feeling like you're turning around that centre regardless.
I'm not moving at all this way or this way, especially with irons driver. I do a little bit, but I'm trying to stay more on top of my ball and not move that low point, which is around your sternum, too much.
Yeah, and if anything, you're going to try and move it less that way and more towards
absolutely.
target.
So I get my low point in front of the ball first, ground after, rip those balls in there.
So one thing I find with width for stance is it increases my ability to increase torque value.
Yeah.
So basically the wider I get, the more if you imagine I'm stood on my swing catalyst force plate, I'm further away from the center point of it. So it's easier for me to feel like I'm spinning it this way.
Yeah.
Spinning it this way, so increasing my torque value improves my strike. Because if I get to, which I can do this way, then my strike gets a little bit shallow and a little bit fins, and not many fats, fins and okays generally for me.
Yeah.
So I personally go a bit wider to try and increase torque. But I get lots of students who struggle with strike to feel like you're saying they do the narrow drill, feet together.
So they can't
and
move.
Feel that they're moving more on vertical, staying over it. And again, it's for the player to learn and play with. Because the thing is, when you measure things like forces in the ground, which are going to encourage where low point happens.
Yeah.
You've got three forces. So you've got horizontal, then you've got torque, and then you've got vertical.
Yeah.
And Scott Lynn, who I've done some videos with, great guy, great coach, he always says it's like the dials on an amp of a guitar amp.
Yeah.
You just got to dial in your sound. So do you want more gain? Do you want more bass? Do you want more treble? You know, every guitarist doesn't have them set to the same level. They're not just all up.
Yeah, yeah.
One wants more gain, one wants more bass, one wants more treble, because that's the sound they want. So the sound I want is to increase torque with my vertical. So I set wider. So again, it would be trying a few. Do some feet together drills. Hit some shots feet together, see what happens with your strike. And then go nice and wide and feel like you stay over the ball, and then go nice and wide and feel like you shift over onto lead side. See what moves low point for you, and then play with those within those kind of genres. Good question.